When buying a property, the quoted price is usually the cost of the property. Most of the time, this is not the only cost you bear before you take full possession of that property. Just like when you buy a car and have to change a car particulars to your name with a proof of ownership and other document that shows that the car has changed ownership. The same applies to real estate transaction. Getting a receipt from the seller in the eyes of the law does not make you the owner of that property yet. In this video, I'm going to highlight and elaborate on the major stationery charges and documents you must be aware of when going into real estate transactions. So one of the documents is survey. This is a document that gives every information that you need to know about a parcel of land. The survey shows the boundary measurement using Peckham numbers to give an accurate measurement and description of that land. The survey is very important document, and as a prospective buyer of any parcel of land, it is your absolute right to have a copy of the land survey and confirm that the following information must be on the survey: the name of the right owner of the land, a description of the exact location of the land to include the local government, the size of the land, usually in square meters for Lagos State, a drawing on the survey showing that the land boundaries, Beckham numbers, which indicate the name and the seal of a surveyor. Another document required is deed of assignment. A deed of assignment is an instrument of transfer used in real estate transaction to transfer legal title or the ownership in a land or building from the title holder called the assignor to another called the assignee. A deed of assignment is a legal document and would usually contain the genealogy history of the said parcel of land and showing evidence that the seller has transferred all his rights, his title, his interest and ownership to that land to the seller that has just bought the land. A deed would usually have more pages, but this is what the cover page of a typical deed looks like this. A deed must contain the transaction date, name and signature of parties involved in the transaction, genealogy/history of the land, specific description of the property, and a legal seal showing the contract is legally binding. The cost of obtaining a deed usually range between 50,000 to 100,000 or more depending on the property location and value of the property. So this is an example of a deed of assignment. This is the cover page. Another phase you need that is required is development levy. This is another charges that is required if you are buying a gated community like an estate land. This levy is used to provide facilities such as perimeter fencing, drainage, motorway road, interlock private road, electricity, etc. When you buy a property, one of the desire is to see it appreciate enough to give you return on investment. One major factor that brings about such appreciation in the price of a property is the development going on around the property. Now, you understand how important your development levy is. Development levy ranges between 5 to 10% of the cost of the property or a fixed amount which is dependent on the value or location of that property and the facilities to be provided. Are the three documents required when you are buying a plot of land? Number one is deed of assignment, the survey plan, and development levy. Another document you can come across is contract of sales. This simply is a document or a statement showing that the transaction between you, the buyer, and this company, which is the seller. It will indicate the initial deposit being paid for and your balance for that particular estate. So I believe you got something valuable from this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. I'm Dawis Okoye. Bye.